What would you think if I told you that the best alternative for buttock growth are biopolymers after there have been so many disasters, thousands and thousands of women all over the world affected with disasters, and even the laws, at least in Colombia, already prohibit and can even take to jail a person who injects biopolymers. This is something serious. What would you think if I told you that the best alternative is to apply biopolymers? Obviously, it would be a contradiction in terms, wouldn't it? Because it would be going against all the experience and against all the evidence. On the subject of hair restoration, something similar happens. There are devices that are synthetic fibers. These fibers are synthetic hair, or they can even be natural hair that is implanted, not like hair transplants, where the bulb is implanted, which is a living element that will grow and will make the hair grow forever. No, we are not talking about a hair transplant. We are talking about long fibers of different materials that in June the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, eliminated from the market due to the great risk they generate on people's health, right? These products are made of synthetic fibers of acrylic, polyacrylic, polyester, or natural fibers of processed human hair. What is the problem with these fibers? The problem is, first, the anchoring method. They have to generate a kind of knot so that when they are injected into the scalp, they are held in place and do not come out as if they were simply a thread. This knot generates a foreign body reaction and an inflammation in the skin of the scalp that can be from immediately after the application of the fiber to several years later. This chronic inflammation will lead into fibrosis, excessive scarring of the scalp, deformity of the scalp surface. In fact, there are already many cases described in the literature of squamous cell cancer. It is a potentially fatal cancer of the scalp because of these fibers, chronic infections, loss of native hair. In many parts of the world, they are banned. In fact, here we focus on the ISHARS page, which is the International Society of Hair Restoration. They have a policy there. They have it banned following the guidelines of the FDA. Imagine, in June of the decade of 1983, that is more than 40 years ago, that these fibers legally came out of the market. But unfortunately, with this boom in hair surgeries and where a number of unstructured people are beginning to enter, the only thing they are interested in is money, not much in quality, not much in helping the patients. They see this as an easy source of profit at the expense of the patient's problems. So I am basically making this video because unfortunately, throughout my 26 years of experience in hair transplantation, I have had to attend some patients who have had these procedures done in other parts of the world. But unfortunately in Colombia, they are also arriving, and surely even here they will be using this type of substances, which I repeat, are not recommendable. At the beginning, it can look very good. Finally, the idea of entering a consultant and leaving with long hair, whatever color it is, whatever size it is wonderful. Today we have these alternatives also with natural hair, long hair surgery, where you do not have to shave the person, where long hair is extracted from the donor area and implanted in conditions that the person needs. So really what I would like you to do is to do a little more research, be a little more careful if you are thinking about this relatively easy, relatively harmless alternative for hair restoration. Throughout this video, we have been showing you some images of terrible results achieved by some of these patients, not all of them, but many of these patients, and therefore it is a product that we do not recommend as many authorities in the world do. We do not agree with the use of bioresorbable fibers because there are more potential harms and real harms than the benefits that the use of this material may have.